Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylee. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like and comment. Because that's fun, isn't it? Today's video is going to be all about my 2018 goals. I decided, since we are rapidly approaching the end of 2017, God bless, that I would write down a few of my 2018 goals and share them with you guys so that maybe you guys would also feel inspired to write down your own goals and, you know, get those. I always feel like you remember things better when you write things down, when you talk them out loud instead of just like sticking them in your head. So yeah, I wrote down a lot of my 2018 goals. This is not an all-inclusive list. I will most definitely be adding to this list as the year goes on. My list will probably change somewhat. Some of these goals might get altered. This isn't like a huge like bucket list. So these are more realistic. If I have to make them even more realistic and, you know, change a couple of them, then I will do so. But this is just what I thought as of right now I could accomplish in 2018. And this is a good way of reminding myself that, you know, I need to get my shit together. So without further ado, let's just start reading my goals, I guess. The first goal that I have is actually to wake up earlier. And I think one of the big things that I struggle with now is I stay up pretty late. And I feel like I just don't get as much done when I stay up late versus when I get up early. So I want to be able to get to the point where I can get up at around like 7:15, 8 o'clock every day and, you know, get up, be productive, get shit done. I was doing really good getting up at 8:15 every day, but my sleep schedule got kind of thrown off, and now my alarm goes off at 8:15, but I don't necessarily get out of bed until like 9:30. Some people might still think that's early. I know a lot of people that don't wake up until like 2 p.m. that are in college when they don't have classes, but I absolutely hate sleeping in. I feel like it makes me lazy. I feel like I just don't get as much done. I just want to get up earlier, you know, get my day started. Try to get as much done early in the day as I can so that later on in the day, when, you know, the rest of the world is kind of waking up, then I can go out and do whatever I want and not feel burdened down by the things that I should have been doing earlier. So my second one, and this one might be a bit of a stretch, but I do have a means of doing this, so it may not be as bad as I think it's gonna be. I want to get to 10,000 Instagram followers. That's so shameless self-promotion. That's gonna be in the description box below along with my Twitter. As of today, and today's the 20th of December, I think I'm almost at 1,000. And I do have a way to do this, and I went from, I think, like 720 followers to 978 in the past 2 weeks, I want to say. So that's gonna be great. I don't feel like 10,000 is that far off, especially when it comes down to what I've done so far. Another goal that I have socially is to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. And I originally had a goal for this year. I wanted to get to 500 subs by the end of 2017. And I'm not quite there. I'm almost at 300. Life got in the way. There were a lot of weeks that I didn't post, and that's on me. That's not on anybody else but myself. I just didn't, you know, I didn't put forth as much effort as I should have for 2018. I want to make sure I really like grind on that, get down to the point where I am at 1,000, and then for the next year we'll reevaluate. That's where I want to be in 2018. I want to get to 1,000, and who knows, I may end up with more, may end up with less, but I want to at least try my hardest to get to 1,000. Another thing that I have for like social media wise is I want to start getting partnerships and sponsorships. That's another big reason that I want to get to 10,000 Instagram followers, is because usually when you hit that mark, brands consider you an influencer. And when you hit the 10,000 mark and you are considered an influencer, brands work with you and they contact you and they are like, hey, do you mind promoting this product? Do you mind working with this company? Do you mind doing this? And I want to get to that point because 1, they get a lot of free stuff. 2, they get paid, and 3, that just seems like a lot of fun. Something that I already enjoy doing, like testing out new products, doing work on my Instagram, like that's something that I do anyways. And I also want to make a consistent posting schedule for YouTube. That's definitely something that I've struggled with. I used to post every Friday, and then it got to the point where I just wasn't filming, I wasn't posting. You obviously do not grow unless you post consistently. If you post consistently and you post more frequently, then obviously you gain faster. So I definitely need to work on that myself as well. When it comes to my personal life. One of the things that I really want to try to do is try to cook a new recipe every week. I'm not a huge cook. It's not like I've been cooking my entire life. I really just started cooking this year because I started living on my own and I have a kitchen now. But I want to start trying one new recipe a week, if not more. I find myself being lazy and eating out, and it's really expensive to eat out more than it is to cook at home. I actually kind of like cooking. I feel like if I got myself into it more, then I would like cooking even more. It would be healthier for me, it would be more economical for me, so I feel like just trying to make one new recipe a week would be a lot better for myself, my personal life, and then also my roommates. Because generally when I cook, I make more food than I can eat, so other people get to enjoy it as well. Another thing is going to the gym 3 times a week. So right now I go to the gym pretty frequently. There are some days that I just don't go, I don't get myself up, I don't wake up in time. Some days I just get really lazy and I am not about it, but that's another thing that I really want to do. I want to start going 3 times a week or more. I want to start doing probably 2 days legs and butt, and then 1 day arms, and then abs every other day. But I don't necessarily need to go to the gym for abs, but I would like to because there are some things in the gym for abs that I can use that I can't necessarily do in my apartment. Another thing, I want to get a car. I have enough money to get a car right now, and I actually might get one this next week, but I don't have one yet, and I figured, you know, if I don't get one this next week, that's definitely something that I want to do in 2018. I want to pay for my own car. I hate being stuck in my apartment with nowhere to go, so I definitely want to be being able to zoom around in my little car to anywhere that I want to go, because I always feel like I don't do as much when I don't have a car because I'm like, oh, I can't go anywhere, even though that's not true. Like, that's just like how it goes in my head, I guess. Another food related one is to not get ice cream unless it's Cold Stone or mochi. So I have this thing, I love ice cream too much and it's so bad for you. And when you get Cold Stone, I get 2 of the Gotta Have It's because there's a buy one get one free coupon, but I don't get Cold Stone very often because obviously we have to drive there and it's kind of expensive. So and hopefully to avoid me buying like pints and quarts of ice cream at the store, I'm trying to either just get mochi because I love mochi and I just eat 1 of the little bonbons every time I eat it, which is not as bad obviously as eating like half a tub of ice cream because you don't stop yourself, or just getting Cold Stone. And Cold Stone is expensive, so obviously that would count as part of my like not eating out, because that's another thing that I don't want to do. I only want to eat out 1 time a week because that'll save me money, obviously. So I have a wall in my room, and this is the part of the next goal. I have a wall in my room that I have Polaroids stuck up on. And I have them spaced out, so it's not like I'm gonna cover this entire wall, but one of my goals for 2018 is to cover the wall in Polaroids from top to bottom, like spaced out, not like one on top of the other. But I want to have enough pictures and memories like that that I can share on my wall and that I can share with myself and that other people can see when they come in my room. I just don't take enough pictures of my friends, of my other people, like of the memories I have. I have a lot of selfies, which is really sad. I want to take more pictures of people and myself when we go out or when we go do something. Like I would just want to be able to remember those things more than I can right now when I don't take pictures. Another goal I have is to get dressed up more. So you guys see me in my videos and generally I am dressed like this. Like it's pretty nice. If it's a sit down video, then I'm usually dressed pretty nice, or I'm not dressed like a bum. But a lot of times I don't get dressed. If I'm not going anywhere for the day, I will just throw on some sweats and a big t-shirt and chill in the house. Even if there is somewhere that I could be going, I won't dress up. Like Lex and I will go to the grocery store in our pajamas, which is fine. I mean, it's not bad, but I like dressing up and I like getting cute. So I feel like it would just make me happier and make me feel more accomplished. I guess this is a really sad way of thinking about it, but I feel like it would make me just feel a little bit more productive and a little bit more like I have my life together, because it's kind of like a fake it till you make it kind of a thing. Because I also feel like it's a reflection, how you dress tends to be a reflection of how people see you, how people perceive you. Dress for success, all of these weird sayings, but they're actually true. If you go out in sweats every day, people are gonna be like, oh, she's kind of a bum. But if you go out looking nice, looking put together, people are like, oh shit, like she might actually have her shit in her hand. But that's like also a personal opinion. If you don't want to do that, if you don't believe that's the truth, then obviously that's something that's that's you. The last two that I have for this video are very personal for myself. They don't necessarily have anything to do with other people. These are things that I can only control. And the first one is going out and doing more. I sit in my apartment a lot of times and I feel sorry for myself, and there's these days where, you know, I stay in bed, I watch Netflix, like everybody has those days, but I have a lot of those days. There are things that I want to be doing, like I want to go to farmers markets, like I want to go to Agritopia, which is a little farm in Gilbert, Arizona, where you can go and like pick your own citrus. I want to find more things to do. I don't want to sit in my room as much. I don't want to be lazy. I hate being lazy, but I'm lazy a lot. I feel like that needs to change. So that's one thing that I really need to work on, and I really need to stop relying on other people to help me not be lazy. A lot of times I won't do anything unless someone else is like, yeah, let's do that. So I need to just work on getting myself up, getting myself out, going to do more for myself. And then the very last one that I have, this is going to be hard because you can't necessarily change who you are, and I know you guys, you see me in these videos and sometimes I'm a little bit more peppy, sometimes I'm not, and you see who I put on for the camera, but you don't necessarily see the me behind the scenes. But the last goal that I have to share with you is I need to let loose. I have realized over the past couple weeks that I tend to sit back. I don't necessarily, you know, get out. I'm afraid of making a fool of myself, but I've realized that that might not necessarily be a bad thing. If I'm gonna do something that I enjoy doing and I'm gonna make a fool of myself while doing it, then who cares? I need to stop worrying so much about what other people are gonna think about it and just do the things that I enjoy and that I like, because I know that in the end, I'm gonna love myself more if I'm doing what I love than if I'm doing stuff that other people like approve of. And that's something that I've always struggled with. I've always been afraid of being judged. I've always been afraid of, you know, people making fun of me. I've always been afraid of being embarrassed, and I feel like everybody is, but I had a really big problem with it, and I just need to be more fearless. Like, if I screw something up, then who cares? Like, there's another chance, you can always do it again, and if you can't, then at least you tried. I don't want to be the girl that sits in the back and then at the end of the year looks back at all the things she could have done. I don't want to look back on things that I wish I could have done. I want to look back on things that I did do. Yeah, that was a really deep one. But that is my list as of right now. Don't necessarily think that this is, you know, the end of my 2018 goals, because there will definitely be some that are added. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked any of these goals, feel free to use them for yourself. I want to be able to inspire that in other people. I want other people to be able to use my ideas and, you know, grow themselves based upon them. I love you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Comment your goals for 2018, and I will see you all soon.